Sherelle told me, she said, SB, women nowadays are trying to want revenge. Black women, let me just tell the truth about it. Black women in this time want revenge against men. And I was like, what do you mean? She was like, yes, they are so upset with men. And we have the expectation that they're going to leave, that is how we perceive and do, that's the interaction that we have with them. It's already, you've mistreated me, you've committed a foul, I don't, you're not going to be here long. So in other words, it's like a built-in trauma that all men are no good and they're going to leave. She said it's an expectation for them to leave. And I was like, are you serious? She's like, yeah. So that's why it's easy for a woman to say she's going to have a baby and she don't need the baby daddy. That's why it's easy to say a woman would say, I don't need a man, because they already are programming themselves that this man is not going to be here. Y'all, I'm not saying this is true in any way.
I'm feeling this. I'm your professor, I will test you in the worst way. Don't bring a scantron, pop quizzes all day. Cause of our chemistry, we do biology.
What's happening, fam? L.A.R. movement still moving. Subscribe or die trying. You see the thumbnail, you see the clip. Shout out to Security Boss. I thought I did a video with this already, but I couldn't find it. If I did, too bad now. See, here's the issue with the revenge piece, right? Some of y'all don't get it. That your issues with us that really are made up in your own mind, we have nothing to do with. And what I mean is this. If you got a problem with men, so the minute you meet a man, it's side-eye worthy. So let me get him before he get me. Could you just do the simple math on that? Could you just go, okay, I'm out for revenge, I'm going to get these men back, one man at a time, because men hurt me or men hurt other women. So when are we even? Because if you're telling men that, you know what, I'm going to hurt you for the sisterhood, because I was hurt whenever, right? And now you came along and you didn't do nothing to me, but I'm going to hurt you just because. It's like, okay. So after you finish hurting this person, and I guess you're going to move on, right? You're going to move on. And I'm talk about this. For sure. So, I've known women who had issues with men and decided to go on what is it called? A jihad on men. And just from my experience, the women I know who did it, it didn't make sense. Like, I'm not talking about women who, something happened to them when they were younger and they hate guys, or something happened to them and they like, oh, I hate men. And that's what caused it. In a sense, like just they were a victim of something. The women I knew who wanted revenge on men were always doing questionable things with questionable men. And when something bad happened, it's all men's fault. So what I mean is, it's like you like you like dating drug dealers and being around drugs. And then when you get arrested, then because of it, or you get robbed or you get shot or something happens to you because you like being associated around that lifestyle. After you're out of that situation, what you decide to do is just become the city's #1 snitch on every drug dealer you meet. And it's like, wait, but that's you went into that life and lifestyle. Like, that's what you wanted, right? And then you go, and you still like to hang out with those people. You still going around those places. Instead of separating yourself from the negativity, you dive deeper into it and say I'm at war, and it's like, nah, nah, you're not necessarily at war. What you are is you want somebody to pay for what pay the consequences before you do. So you just gonna snitch before it happens to you. The other thing, this is why I've seen so many ladies in my time try to double back to get a guy that they did dirty because the guilt set in of I shouldn't have did that to them. They're a good person, and they've burned so many bridges. It's like he got a good heart. He could forgive me and take me back because everybody else won't. You know, and it's like wait, what are we doing here? Because you want a revenge. And nobody asks. Like I said before, how much revenge is enough? Nobody knows. It's like a fictitious number that nobody knows, which makes the problem worse. Because now what we're talking about is people who want revenge for and let me say this. Some of y'all want revenge for your mama, for your sister, for your auntie, sometimes for your grandma and your great grandma. And the issue becomes what? It wasn't your life experience, but you had a issue, for one. For two, half of the stuff that you were told wasn't true, or what you interpreted wasn't actually what it was. So, and I know, like I've known of people who they were man haters and they had nothing but good experiences with men, but because they were a team sisterhood, they had to be a man hater. They had nothing to reference. All their experiences were A1. But even in those A1 experiences, they had to be the villain. Because I'm going to do y'all dirty or hate y'all because the girl said that, you guys are evil. And it's like, oh, okay. Did any of these stuff happen to you? No, everybody looked out for me. Everybody protected and provided for me. Everybody, you know what I'm saying? They helped me along the way. They did everything they could to make me successful, but but we got to get revenge. Who is we? That's my question. Like, who is we? And some ladies got to come across that and notice, like, oh, that's what we doing. Okay, because I can't just, I'm gonna be as what would you call it? Not just transparent, but as open with it as I can because I've known women in my past who like they see this revenge game and they go, oh, I ain't we not doing that. I'm not doing that. Mm-mm. And they've turned on their other female sisters like, you got revenge on who? Men for what was done to you. You did that. Or he's not the bad guy, you're the bad girl. Like, oh no, I'm not signing up for this game because it doesn't make sense. You want to hurt somebody, that's on you. And I've seen people separate. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna front. I probably caused a friendship to break up. I remember this not a few years ago, maybe about 10 years ago. This young lady at the gym. I met her at the gym. People was like, don't, people tried to talk to her, but she had a bad attitude. I didn't care. I was like, I started clowning around like I do anyways. And somehow me and the girl became cool. But she was a man hater. Serious man hater. And she had this young lady that, she was kind of a mentor because she was like 10 years older than her. And I asked the girl, I said, hey, man, did anything actually happen to you? She's like, no, I've been having good experiences. I'm like, so don't take her experiences of hating men and put them on you. Because, I wound up having a conversation with that lady. and she had a boyfriend for a couple of years. And I was like, so, she had a boyfriend for like 2 years, and then she was like, I said, well, what did you do for him? Yeah, like, I bought him a birthday gift. Like, that's all you did for him in 2 years? He's not the problem. I basically told her that. She tried to, date me per se, but I was like, yeah, we cool. But in that process, men are dogs, and I'm too good for the hurt bouginess. She was dating a dope boy with a baby mama drama who got locked up in the feds. And I'm like, you a man hater, but you dating a dope boy? Legit dope boy. Legit got locked up in the feds. And she was legit fighting his baby mama. Sometimes that revenge thing is just a ploy. That's all I'm saying. But tell me what you think. Like, share, subscribe, or die trying. Catch y'all on the next one. Peace. You ever been at the top of the universe? I'm gonna take you.